Okay, here I am reassembling a hard drive arm from a 1960s mainframe computer that took up an entire room. This hard drive was the size of a massive china cabinet, and there was a second cabinet that did hydraulics, and it forced air up through here all the way to this, which then would lift this arm to engage with the disc. And this could rotate. This has a little four-way hinge thing on it, which is kind of cool. And there are 6 heads on this, 6 things to read the disc. There were 2 of them on this one arm, and this plugged into the computer frame itself. Got some serial numbers right there, which is kind of cool. This Mod A, it's just their headquarters. Before we knew what this was, I thought that was the Ministry of Defense, because a lot of Star Wars stuff had was from British Royal Air Force. So we thought we were wrong, but we thought, oh, these are little rubber bumpers. My rubber bumpers on this side are out of whack. They're supposed to be facing the other way. So let's see if I can force them. This isn't very exciting, but let's see. Let's see if I can turn these around. Probably, but okay. Well, I thought I had one side done, but I did not. So now we have to, I'm not going to do a full disassembly, because that would be redonkulous. But I just want to lift this up enough that I can move these. Okay, maybe not. Rubber bumpers. That should do it. Okay. Really? Really? Okay. We're going to do a full removal. These are so small. Look at how small those are. Okay. Look at this. That is pretty cool. Now I'm gonna, that's why the rubber's not, okay. It's rectangular, not round. Okay, so now I have to, look at the cables. Look at these cables. Okay. One tiny little nut. 2. It really makes you feel like a caveman when you start to screw down a tiny machine nut with your big old fingers. It's hard to start them with a tool. It's easy to screw them down with a tool. Easy peasy. But easy peasy there. Okay. Good enough. Wow. Just want to make these finger tight. Okay. So now, let's do the other side. Put these here. These poor little rubber bumpers. Right? It doesn't go underneath, does it? Does it? It does. Oh, I'm finding this out in real time. Wow. Wow. This ribbon cable goes underneath this crossbar. Take this off. See that? It goes underneath that bar. Down. Huh. There we go. Wow. Put that back in place. Huh. Oh. Oh. All right. These poor little nuts. They just keep getting taken off and on. Boy. I feel kind of bad, but disassembling this helps me learn about it. Little by little. Because I'm still hunting down the one that was used in Star Wars. This one was not, but this is literally from the same hard drive, just a different arm. And the scarcity of finding something like this was so absolutely bananas that I was like, okay, let me get this into the collection, get it into the community. We can learn about it. There's parts that are the same on this as the other one, or at least close. That's it. That's it. All right, now let's do the other side. Okay. So, let's put the rubber bumpers on. Deja vu, right? Let's bring this over. Put the rubber bumpers on. Okay. Now, here's the PCB, the circuit board, which is literally soldered to a board on this swivel head, which I find pretty cool. Like, look at that. It goes side to side. Right? Yeah, let's see, it goes side to side. Where's the hinge? There it is. Side to side. This goes front to back. It's kind of very clever, very complicated. And which would explain why the other head is a lot simpler. Because you have to literally you have to do that. So let's put this down. Come on. Oh, this ribbon is stuck. There we go. And then literally, oh my God. Okay. Now let's pull this. Wow, look at this. Look at I'm having to make sure they stay flat because there's also this little plate. And this does have some pretty dark stamping still on it, coincidentally. And that goes over that. Something doesn't feel right. Something. There we go. Boy, these are absolute. I feel bad for the repair guys, or women, obviously, men or women who had to work on this. What about this? There we go. There we go. Okay. It was twisted. Literally. Okay. These are all finely machined parts, I do have to say. I can literally see the milling marks on them. Okay. Okay. Now let's put these. I hear Christmas music. That must mean tis the season for a very basic religious rhythm. There we go. My God, look at this! Look at this! Look at that! That is obnoxious. It's obnoxiously small. If this is American, I would have to say this is like 256 or yeah, this might be 256 or whatever the number 3 threading is. If it's metric, this has got to be like, if it's metric, M3, M2, M2.5? No. M2.5 is a little small. I would say this might be M3 because M4 at least has some meat to it. But still, I mean, M3 is friggin' tiny. All right, let's go down the row. Okay, let's do these. Those go right down. Boy, that's low. Okay. Now, whoops, look at that. Look at the freaking, I clamped it down and the cables slid sideways. Let's get them centered. That's better. Okay. Down. That is better. Now these are tiny little machine screws. Isn't that freaking, look at that. Friggin' tiny. Friggin' bats. She is like in high school now, right? That blows my mind. I care about you. Here's a pine cone on a stick. And it wasn't until this past year that I realized that's the same kid who said I smell like beef, right? She's a bit of an influencer now, though, I think. I've only seen a handful of things on Instagram, but like skincare routines and, you know, you name it. I could be wrong, but that's a little weird. It's a little weird. Okay. Boy. Let's get these down. And the last. Oh, that's tight. Wow. That's tight. There, my friends. Wow. And there would be both the heads engaging with the discs. Crazy. Something feels, see this? Something feels off. Oh, it's because this is not down all the way. This is not down all the way. Neither are these. It's tilted, believe it or not. I hate slotted screws sometimes. They look nice to me. They have that old-fashioned industrial vibe to them. But they cam out really easily. I'm looking at this head-on right here to make sure there's no gaps. It don't appear to be. There you go. Crazy, absolutely crazy.